EA Sports. Up next, we've got what should be a great matchup between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Oakland Raiders. So with that, let's get out to the East Bay and Oakland, California. On the call, here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
It is a building that first hosted football way back in 1966 as EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Oakland, California. The pregame festivities here in Oakland have to be seen to be believed. This crowd in silver and black, they are fired up as their Raiders get set to face off with Carson Wentz and the Philadelphia Eagles. From up top next to Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, folks, we were already excited for this game. And then before the contest, you and I are down on the field outside the white lines.
Yes, we were following the rules.
We were following the rules, and a ball comes over our direction, but we can't see it. Somebody yells heads up, and instinctively you turn around and you snare it one-handed with your off left hand. So now we're really ready for football.
No gloves either.
No gloves.
No gloves. Not like what the guys are wearing playing the game now. But wasn't that a whole lot better than that time we were down there? And I got the coffee spilled on me when I got nailed by the punt returner.
That happened to the Vikings, right?
Yes, a much better job of being heads up this time. Thank you for that. Thank you for the notice.
Let's go. Here we
So
go.
now
Here we
here
go.
comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. They'll be led out by their 6'5" quarterback out of North Dakota
damn,
State. It's
6'5"?
Carson Wentz.
He didn't have as many
Without
throws
cleats?
or plays
Yeah.
in college as many of the quarterbacks that were coming out of the draft, but he maximized what he had. Ended up winning 2 national championships as a starting quarterback at North Dakota State.
Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A good start offensively. 15 yards on the game's initial play. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. He's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson.
Fuck.
20.
That's crazy. What the fuck?
Deshaun Jackson, 60 yards. As his guys are able to strike first
This
here
is
in
why
this
I came
opening
and played
quarter.
so I could get fucking smashed on with them.
Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. So here comes the Raiders offense now onto the field. They'll be led out by their quarterback out of Fresno State. It's the Pro Bowler, Derek Carr.
And I'll bet he's talking to his guys about resisting the temptation to try and turn this into an up-and-down game. Almost like basketball, where both teams press, and one team gets an advantage, our team's trying to run with them, and they're just not equipped for it. Doesn't matter whether you're equipped or not. Just settle in, get calm before you go for the big strikes.
And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. The big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards. What a luxury to have a tight end that can not only catch it, but then can run after the catch like that.
What was the old expression back in the good old days that they used to carry pianos on their backs when they were after they caught the football? Someone would stop and bang out a tune along the way as well. But nowadays, these guys are essentially bulked up wide receivers, and they're a full part of the passing game. And we see a lot of big plays as we just saw there.
Now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Yeah, the offensive starters here for the Raiders.
And the big key is going to be how can these wideouts create separation from the defensive backs, because we've seen some early success in the passing game in this one, and that's going to need to continue.
Back to the air on second down. It's called. Possibly caught. Tyrell Williams. And he has another first down as they get the ball down to the Eagles' 13-yard line.
So how do you beat man coverage? First of all, you want to be a superior receiver, but you know something, that guy who's covering you, he's usually pretty good too. So the corner route is usually a great spot to get it done.
Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Carr.
Oh my God,
So,
could have
but
been
that's
intercepted.
going to wind
It
up
was fucking blocked.
incomplete. Tyrell Williams was the intended target, and it's 3rd and short. And the defense now for the Eagles.
Malcolm Jenkins entered the NFL as a cornerback and has transitioned to safety, but still retains his good coverage skills.
Carr going to try and throw on 3rd down. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Why not? They're gonna have to start from way back here.
Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. To throw is caught. That is caught by Brown. Touchdown Raiders. A 7-yard touchdown grab as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. They took a pretty big risk right there going for it on 4th down, but hey, not only did they get the first down, forget about that, they got in the end zone.
Yeah, because normally you're just thinking, can I get enough yardage to get it past the sticks and pick up the first down? Instead, they go for the end zone and get it done with no margin for error. Remember, 4th down, they went for it.
Bamboo wireless oral.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kicks away.
Come on, Carlson. Now these are the 10.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
We're not doing
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive to get into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through.
For real.
If he comes back to the
Look at that. 4 supers on it.
a whole lot of credit thanking him.
And it's intercepted.
Let's go, boy. Let's go, boy. Marshall, let's go. Marshall, let's go. Marshall, let's go. Intercepted. You saw it?
So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage. And
He said jump.
And it's really difficult when you throw
Fucking
it
jump.
in that direction
I pressed
and
triangle
versus that
to
zone.
catch the ball.
That means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them.
They should
And they
go
took
for it,
big
but-
advantage of it when the other direction. Excellent blocking and picked up a touchdown.
extra point by
Could've
Carson.
went for 2.
And that makes the score 14-7. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And still.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
Comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
Deep in there, right? It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
Just trying to quick game. It's kind of late. It's 12 o'clock right here. Shit. Whoa, right there.
Shotgun now for Wentz. Aguilar has it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A nice pickup of 23 on the 3rd down conversion. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
And we take a look now at the defense for the Raiders.
Let's talk about Vontaze Burfict, the versatile linebacker. You can play him inside, you can play him outside. Undrafted coming out of college, and that still fuels him.
50 minutes. Oh my God. What the
Best
fuck?
linebackers in the league. Just has to know where the line is so he doesn't go past it and cost his team some penalties.
19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. A good run by Jordan Howard. And now another 1st and 10. On the gun, it's Wentz. And Sanders has got it complete. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle first down.
Come on, guys.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody cover. Oh, he just snuck out there, and he just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get the now. Howard stripped. He lost the football. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A 12-yard touchdown run. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game.
I'm glad we were paying attention during the rules seminar because we learned the only time you can't advance a fumble like that is in the last 2 minutes of the game.
Right, other than that, if that ball's out, whether forward or backwards, it's live and free for anybody.
No doubt about it. When you say free, that means he's got free reign to pick it up and go. That's exactly what happened there. And took it in for a touchdown.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 3. He'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
But yeah, I played the Redskins last week and tagged
The
him so
Oakland
far.
offense heading back onto the field to take over. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both
I have it
sides
on all
of this
Madden,
thing. It's starting to
so
feel a little bit more
it
like
should
maybe
be
a
a little
tennis
more
match than a football
difficult.
game.
Yeah, I like your
But I have
description
it
there.
on
Maybe we're sitting in a
arcade
nice
too,
royal
so.
box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
But yeah, like I was saying, I'm trying to do that Patriots game.
On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made that time by Brandon Graham. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends are like in a sprinter stance.
Oh, my God.
And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Fletcher Cox, the former Mississippi State Bulldog, ringing the cowbell
Hey,
there on the
I
sack.
beat them.
So this
I
has
beat
been
them
a
by
lot like a
1
tennis
point.
match, hasn't it? Back and forth.
And it was
Both
like,
these offenses have
I
their
was
ways
sweating.
so far, so maybe the question isn't
I was
who's
like,
gonna score
dang,
the most
this
points in
game
this game.
over, but
Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
I ended up in the
Absolutely, that
shotgun
sack
towards the
finally a
end.
first step in the right direction for a stop.
Yeah, basically, I think it was, yeah, it was towards the end. There was a glitch in the Matrix.
Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a third
There was a glitch
long.
right there. I got sacked.
Now Carr. And finding the tight end Wilson. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. It'll be a
Should
pickup
go
of
for
13,
it.
but it'll still lead to a
30.
fourth down.
Oh,
So
gosh.
much about this game is just understanding situations.
I
And
didn't
then
see
having
it.
to
It didn't
execute, isn't it?
happen.
Guard the first down sticks.
could watch
Don't
the
let them
replay.
get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
On is the
that
punt
was
team
a
now
gay
as
kick.
this one's sent away. Now a hit
Fumble, you dumbass. Go the other way. Oh my God.
Terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30.
This is motherfucker. I was gonna run him up. I was gonna run him up too. Oh shit. Well then, I'm gonna have to play them again. Maybe tomorrow. I'll go at it with them tomorrow, maybe.
So 1st and 10 now.
I need to get the new Madden. They got all the new players.
Here's Jacobs on
From the draft. Oh. Have your tissues ready, huh? You need a box of Kleenex because I'm gonna beat him again.
Second quarter from Oakland, the homestanding Raiders with the football here as they've got it with a 1st and 10. These two teams all tied after one.
Shit.
So we got 3 of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Bring me the tissue, mate. Let's go, baby. Oh. Come on, big guy. You gotta move a little faster. Move his long ass legs.
3rd catch of this 1st half for him, and this one is a 1st down.
Wait, I just noticed there's no. What the hell? Where's the play clock?
It's called.
There's a different play clock. Oh my God. There is no play clock.
There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that
No,
route
one of
early,
those
presented himself.
wasn't the time
No
to
reason
do
to
it.
wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it winds up in 6 points for the Raiders. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
Oh.
This one taken just inside the 10. Now a hit and a loose
Oh,
football.
another football. Oh my God. Let's fucking go. Another fumble. Made him fumble twice.
Taking it in. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage.
Leapfrog.
So they get the one-score kickoff, get a fumble, take it right back to the house. 2 quick touchdowns within a matter of about 10 seconds on the game clock.
It's like a big 1-2 punch that may lead to a knockout.
Nuts.
Carlson on for the PAT. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. So not only the
Let's just run the ball.
but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other
Scoop.
way.
Do-do-do.
The fumble return for a touchdown. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick. So
Wait, give me a second. Can I? What? Sorry. It's locked. Oh my
following
God.
that fumble return. This one taken from the 7. And they'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Infinite. What? It's just, oh my gosh.
Carson Wentz and the Eagles getting set to take over. A lot of the problems have been on the other side of the ball. Is that frustrating for a quarterback who's been playing well?
It is, but there's no way that the best ones let their teammates know that. They actually take it upon themselves and say, okay, I have to do even more.
Yeah, I'm practicing to beat the Redskins / Commanders. I'm an extra Redskins.
Yeah, well, he doesn't need to change much personally. From the 30 on 2nd down.
Another fumble. Oh my
It's on the ground. And the Raiders pick it up. And they will take
What hit picked it up? Oh my God. 3 fumbles?
He did what
Come
he's known
on,
for. He
guys.
made the catch, then he
And
turned
they're
into a
over
run,
on
took the
this Madden
contact
is
and coughed it
89.
up.
And all I
The
remember
Raiders
as a
is
player,
81
when they catch the ball, when those
So,
acrobatic guys catch it,
or
you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them,
20.
big tackle,
Put
knock the
Madden
ball
20,
free.
fucking Eagles
Anything
are
you can do to slow them down.
fucking.
And now Oakland ready to take the field. It's a quick
Wait,
turnaround for them after the turnover, but the way they
not
moved it on their last drive, they're
going
probably
to
eager
those
to get right
cons.
back at it.
And you know me, and you
I
know
am
my
not.
tendencies in this situation.
I haven't
What
been
do
to
I want
cons
right
in like
now?
2 years.
aggressive.
Be aggressive,
As I
take
had
your
told
shot right here.
Will from Couple Comics earlier when he was live. I haven't bought comic books for like, it's been like 2 years since The last time about combos. It's been a minute since I stepped into an LCS, to be honest.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm running the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They got to feel pretty good about that one.
Oh my
Do a
god.
nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage.
Exactly. Just to the fucking line of scrimmage.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having the linebackers set the edge.
That's gonna be cool. I wish I could meet some of the members and raise money. That's right, C3. That's right. That's cool. That's cool. Yeah, I wish I could meat some of the peeps from the comic book community, especially from the YouTube comic community. Just in general, I haven't even made any freaking
problems on third down so far in this first half.
YouTube
Relatively
content
small sample size,
that
but
has to
they're
do
now
with
0 for
comic
3.
books.
And the average in the league, somewhere
Or
around
even
40%
Pokemon
on
cards.
third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to third down in the first place. Get your big
Tough
chunks of yards on
couple
first
years.
and second down.
But we're gonna get it.
So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
After the made field goal, Carlson now sets up to kick this away. This will be fielded at the 6.
Oh my gosh.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line.
Trying to get another fumble.
Carson Wentz and the Eagles make their way out to the field. And how does he rally the troops, so to speak? He's played well, but they're down big on the scoreboard. How does he get his guys going?
Make sure they understand it's not a me game, it's a team game. Everyone has to come together. Everyone has to up the level of play a little bit.
I missed him.
Himself and find a way to make some
Oh my
plays
gosh.
in order to give them a little bit of a spark and rally the team.
We'll see if they can indeed rally down big on the scoreboard right now. That one's good for 35 yards on the ground and a first down. One thing that's great about watching him run, Charles, he doesn't hesitate. He got to the left side of his own line and just went.
So there's 2 ways to look at that. One, just absolutely unconcerned, just takes off and goes. But more the latter, I think, which is he has absolute confidence in the guys in front of him, the guys doing the blocking. He just takes it and goes with abandon.
This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and 12.
One thing rookies need to learn at this level and quick. Make a cut, be decisive, and go. Because in college, you can dance around and wait for a hole to open because you're probably a better athlete than most of the guys on the field, but not on the NFL level.
Sleep tight. Don't let the big birds bite.
Wentz off the fake handoff to Howard. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete. And the safety, Carl Joseph, there to knock that one away.
Quick hands that time to knock that one away. It sure looked like a short touchdown, but able to get a good break on the football and force the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
I am watching the screen.
Working from the gun, Wentz.
Honestly, no, my gosh, I missed them.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Zach Ertz, 34 yards. And the Eagles make some inroads here on that deficit. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every
Hope
time.
you have a wonderful night too. Sweet dreams. And I'm gonna keep on practicing.
This guy can make
Have a beautiful
plays,
night.
and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Elliott on for the extra
Where's
point.
my phone? What the hell are I playing for?
And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So that drive, 4 plays. The result, Philadelphia in the end zone. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. the 25 on the touchback. Derek Carr and the Raiders set for their next possession. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence. Does a great deal for your team. Gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first-half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration.
They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. Able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead.
I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
On second down, Jacobs.
Oh my gosh, still couldn't get it.
No more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it can be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum one that maybe they can string together some pretty good plays and slow them down.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. A reminder coming up here at halftime, we'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first-half highlights and analysis from a back-and-forth first half that we've seen. And it fights through one man. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Eagles will have it taking over 1st and 10. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down. Wentz going to throw. Looking deep downfield. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Again, they'll throw with Wentz. That's caught by Jackson.
Fourth down
condition.
condition.
Him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. Jake Elliott, career long, by the way, for him, 61 yards. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt. And that is...
No,
stay right where it is. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the second quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
They run it with Jacobs.
Jacobs, what the fuck?
A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead.
Now that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. Throwing now is Carr. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? Touchdown. Third touchdown pass now for Derek Carr. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. And just before the half ends, the prayer is answered defensively. A disaster there.
I wish the Raiders could have gone back. Third and round for us. Perfect. Genius life, but I guess maybe they didn't go with the program that they're trying to run. So, but third and round for a run.
First and goal if it happens in the end zone, and you don't want to give up that play. And that little bit of hesitancy often works really well for offensive guys.
Carlson now to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome, everyone, to this abridged version of the EA Sports halftime report. This one is maybe not exactly in the bag yet, but there is definitely a big mountain to climb in this third quarter. The teams are already back out there, so let's not waste any time as we'll turn it back over to Brandon Gaudin.
The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. On first down, they go with Jacobs again. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. A loss of 2 there, second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. On second and 12, Carr. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Ronald Darby that time, the one who got a hand in and knocked it free.
Now, the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock ball away, turned into a nice play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
54, Mike. 54, Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Easy. Kill. Check the backer.
Shotgun now for Carr. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. On the draw, Richard. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved. They go back to the ground, this time Jacobs.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on third. To throw his car. He's got a man open. It's Hunter Renfrow. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 31-yard line.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Carr now 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%, and it's 1st and 10.
Oh my God.
First down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
Carr with a play fake to Jacobs.
God, dude, come on. What the fuck?
Zach Brown came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long. He's going to find and complete it to Renfrow.
Don't tell me
It's going to get even bigger. His penalty flags are down, and I believe they're going to get a face mask penalty tacked on.
Let's fucking go.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. Now a fake on the give here as they try
Oh my
to
God.
pass option.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God.
He's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Malik Jackson, the 6'5" D tackle with a sack.
I don't know what you were seeing on that play, but it felt to me like I wasn't watching a football field. I was watching a boxing ring. Watching, but he was bobbing and weaving, trying to make sure he kept the play alive. Just didn't turn out well for him in the end, did it?
Impressive that he stayed in the pocket while avoiding those couple of would-be tacklers, but eventually goes down. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, even further. Carr now to throw.
Let's go, baby.
He's got it. Really nice gain on the completion. However, still 3rd and goal that they face now.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players. Somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
They'll run it with Jacobs. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Can this defense hold them out? Here we go now. 4th and goal.
Let's fucking go, playboy. Even if they're gonna make a look at them, they're gonna. That's gonna be a long way down to the red zone.
Big 4th down conversion for the score, and the defense. That is a tough.
I hope we play like this in this season, bro. We take risks and
just deciding to go for it on 4th down.
Make the fucking team excited again.
That looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone.
Shit,
Give
hope the
them big
Raiders
credit
are
for
able to
that.
black out the fucking stadium. Every team just stuck in their late kick, bro.
So that one a 13-play drive in total, and it ends with an Oakland touchdown. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This will be fielded at the 8. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. And their halftime hole now even deeper. They need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
A quick pass out to Aguilar.
Damn.
No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down.
Now, the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But right now, with what they're telling receivers about making sure you take care of the ball in open field, sometimes the fighting for extra yardage doesn't come as a result. That and good tackling can lead to no yards gained.
12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down.
Go. 20.
Before they can snap it, time runs out on this third quarter of play. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Wentz on the draw, leaves it for Sanders. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From midfield, here's Wentz. And he'll hit Jeffrey complete. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. That's just his 2nd catch of the game. They wanted to keep him silent. They have kept him silent.
Defensive football 101. Don't let the best player on offense beat you. Take him out of the game. They've done a great job of doing that.
To throw, it's Wentz. This is caught by Jackson. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. That'll put him at 95 receiving yards now as he's got a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Wentz now on first down. Caught by the tight end Ertz. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Now a carry for Sanders.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Right there. Pac-Man. 120. Check. What's this done?
From the red zone now, Wentz. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And coughed it up. And the Raiders have recovered.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. That turnover might just about do it. Here, fourth quarter, the lead that you've got, they can just run the football, run the clock.
Exactly right. They played smart, a couple of first downs, and this one should just about be over.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. Once again, it's Jacobs. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. they're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
51. 180. Coming, baby. I'm coming, baby.
On second down now, it's Jacobs. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Here's Carr to throw. Got a man, it's complete. Williams. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
$200 bills.
So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. They'll run on first down. It's Jacobs. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Good gain there on first down. It keeps them in a running situation, probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yards, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They're in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay down there.
Not in any rush offensively. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 41-yard line.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Carr going to throw here. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, second down. They're still throwing the football here. Obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work. Exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the first. Got what he needed for the first down with a gain of 2. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Carr towards the end zone for Brown. And this will be caught with taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop them on that drive. But when they were unable to, I think you're exactly right. You could see them sag on their sideline, and I think this one might just be over.
The extra point up and good, but this one was decided anyway, as that will be the final action in this ball game. So we had action to the very end of this one. The score on the final play that they didn't need to have. They didn't just run out the clock, though. They added to their final total.
Played it all the way to the end, and you know, some coaches preach that and tell their teams, that's what I want all the time. And they feel like if they don't do it themselves, they're not living up to the message that they're sending out.
Damn. I'm ready for the Super Bowl.
For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. The Black Horse celebrates. The Raiders are winners here as we say so long from Oakland.
That was crazy. About 20. That was a good game. Good game, guys. See you guys.